Greece is a country in Eurasia located in the southeast of Europe and the south of the Balkan Peninsula. This country also has many islands such as Rhodes, Kos Island, Samos, Chios and Lesbos, and is considered a Eurasian country. This country has a common land border with Albania, North Macedonia and Bulgaria from the north, and Turkey from the east. The mainland of Greece is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea in the south and east and is limited by the Greek Sea and the Cretan Sea in the west. The capital and largest city of this country is Athens and its official language is Greek. Greece is a country with a population of 10,718,565 in 2020 and an area of 131,990 square kilometers. Greece is the Persian name of this country, and this name is derived from Ionia, the Greek region of Asia Minor. The name Greece is a name used by ancient people. East was used to refer to the Greeks, which comes from the ancient Persian language, and this word is also derived from the Greek language and from the city of Ionia on the western side of Asia Minor. All the nations under the influence of the Iranians got used to this name, which was derived from the Sanskrit word Yavana. It is mentioned at the beginning in Panini's grammar and then in Pali language Yona and in Hindi and Greek Yanaka. The word Greek is now used in Persian, Turkish, Arabic, Indian, Armenian, Aramaic, Malay and Indonesian languages. Greece has a very long and brilliant history in the world arena. Generally, this country is considered the cradle of Western culture and the origin of democracy, Western philosophy, Olympic Games, political science, historiography, Greek mathematics, theater and playwriting, including comedy and tragedy. Greece has experienced a special and eventful history, and its cultural heritage has a deep influence in North Africa and the Middle East region, and one of the foundations of European culture and what is called the West today is this country. In general, the effect of Greek culture on the culture of today's Europe is considered to be very deep. The inheritor of ancient Greece is the Byzantine Empire and nearly 4 centuries of the rule of the Ottoman Empire. Today, Greece is a developed country with a high quality of life index and a very high human development index. This country is also the largest economy in the Balkan region. Greece is one of the founding countries of the United Nations and a member of the institutions of the Council of Europe, the World Trade Organization, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe and the International Organization of Francophonie. Greece is also a member of the European Union since 1981, a member of the Euro Monetary and Economic Zone since 2001, NATO since 1951, the Organization for Economic Development and Cooperation or OECD since 1960, and the European Space Agency or ESA since 2001, and has 18 world works registered in UNESCO and has a booming tourism industry. Greece's political system is a centralized parliamentary republic, and the country is considered a medium power. In 500 BC, the Achaemenid Empire captured and controlled the Greek provinces in Asia Minor and Macedonia. The efforts of some Greek cities in Asia Minor to overthrow the Iranians failed, and Iran attacked the city-states of the Greek mainland in 490 BC, but after the defeat suffered in one of the wars, it was forced to retreat in 492 BC. The Ionian Revolt also occurred from 499 to 493 BC. With the instigation of the European Greeks, the fire of the Ionian Independence War against the Achaemenid government began. At the same time, a group of Greeks attacked the Achaemenid city of Sard, which led to a great fire. The Ionian War lasted for 6 years and the result was the complete and decisive victory of Darius the Great. The second attack by the Iranians took place in 480 BC. After the victory of the Greeks in 480 and 479 BC in Salamis and some other cities, the Iranians had to leave the lands of the Greeks for the second time, which marked their final departure from the European lands captured by them. Greece's victories in the Iran-Greece wars are remembered as a pivotal and very important moment in world history. Ancient Greece's contribution to human civilization is literary, philosophical and scientific. The Athenians were more artists and thinkers than warriors and politicians, and for this reason they created beautiful arts and beautiful literature that still delight the people of the world. Their philosophy has influenced Christianity and has been effective in the way of thinking in the West. He had also obtained significant information in natural sciences. In education, the Greeks attached great importance to the moral value of human beings and the cultivation of body and mind at the same time, and moderation in everything. Their schools became a model for West Asia Minor and the Eastern Mediterranean, and as soon as the Roman Republic and then the Roman Empire emerged, the Romans adopted the school organization and education method of the Greeks, and for a long time, Roman youths studied in Greek universities and, thus, the means of expansion and development Greek literary and scientific influence in the entire Mediterranean area. For the first time in history, through this nation, the spirit of freedom, national government and modernity appeared in the world. Samuel Huntington, a political science expert, in his famous hypothesis titled, Clash of Civilizations, placed Greece in the center of orthodoxy, which is led by Russia. Many researchers and experts reject this hypothesis, but many Greeks accept it. Greek people have always wanted close relations with Russia. According to an international poll conducted in September 2013 by the Pew Institute, 63% of Greeks had a positive view of Russia. This positive view of Russia has deep roots in Greek history. During the time when Greece was part of the Ottoman Empire, Greeks usually turned to their Orthodox co-religionists in Russia for help. The Greek War of Independence was started in 1821 by an underground group called the Society of Friends, which was formed in Odessa, one of the ports of the Russian Empire on the Black Sea coast. In 1827, Ioannis Kapodistrias, the foreign minister of Greek origin of the Russian Empire, was elected as the first head of the newly independent government of Greece. The Russian Party was the strongest political force in the nascent government of Greece after the First World War. Now Greece wants to buy cheaper gas from Russia to solve the urgent problem of providing fuel and energy for the poor families of this country. In addition to this investment, Russia will be effective in the development of the Greek economy by developing its tourism relations. On the other hand, Russia will have an ally with the right of veto in the European Union, which is very important for Moscow in the current situation and the tension over the Ukraine crisis. In February 2015, Russia agreed to ease the repayment terms of a €2.5 billion loan to Cyprus and to invest more in that country, but this help was proposed in response to the new decision of the government of Cyprus, which agreed to allow Russian military ships to use the country's ports. Greece is divided into 13 regions. These regions, in turn, are divided into 54 counties. The coasts of the Aegean Sea of Greece unexpectedly witnessed the emergence of the first advanced civilization in Europe, which today, its influence, is an inseparable part of the structure, culture and political development in the west of the 6,000 islands of which only 227 are inhabited. Many of these islands are owned by the world's richest people. Greece is a mountainous country, and 80% of its area is mountainous. Mount Olympus with a height of 2,918 meters is the highest mountain in this country. Greece is the birthplace of the Olympic Games, which were held for the first time in 776 BC. Greece also hosted the new Olympic Games twice in 1896 and 2004. The championship of the Greek national football team in the 2004 European Cup was one of the most important sports events in the history of this country. The Greek Football Super League is the highest-level football league in Greece, which has been held in this country since 1959. This league has 16 teams from all over Greece. Olympiakos and Panathinaikos are among the most successful clubs in Greece.